There is a new wave of young right-wingers in Britain, which is absolutely terrifying the liberal establishment. Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is about the recent UK conference that I attended as a guest speaker a few weeks ago alongside my good friend Nigel Farage. It was a quite diverse kind of panel, a list of speakers. You had people like Nigel, me, and a few others, and also you had liberals like Steve Baker. But this event apparently triggered some publications, including Unheard, and Will Lloyd, who was apparently there, who decided to write an article about it, saying, "Meet Britain's radical new right." Ooh, radical new right. So I was pleasantly surprised and impressed that despite all the issues in Westminster bubble and politics, and despite the fact that the so-called Conservative Party is struggling to actually attract young people to the political scene, we are seeing a rise of the new right, and especially right-wingers, younger people who, and by the way, this is a coalition of course, the libertarian right, conservative right, social conservatives, traditionalists, and all the others, who have a common goal to defend the values of this country. This is triggering some people. So this is the images from a recent UK conference. Nigel Farage was there speaking. This is my Tousi guy. I don't know who invited him, but yeah, my Tousi was there just talking nonsense as usual. And then this article, there were a few bits because they portrayed an image of this is the dangerous cultist movement of very radical, scary young people, and all of them look the same and all that. And one of the paragraphs said, their love for Nigel Farage can't be understated. Nigel, big fan, is the way they frame their questions to him. So basically, they want to portray this image of cultist behavior. At the same time, they say it was very right wing, and then Steve Baker was there. So on the one hand, they claim everybody was this nationalist right winger kind of platform, a forum. Then they forgot to mention that people like Sean Bailey were there. People like Steve Baker, mainstream establishment people were there. And also in terms of the audience as well, they were quite diverse. Diversity of thoughts, that's all that matters. But the main reality is that the mainstream, the liberal establishment and the lefties, what they're trying to do is they're trying to essentially attack. Their main target is still always the Tory party because electorally they have to beat the Tories to get the Labour government in. They are attacking the Tory HQ, CCHQ, for the lack of youth wing, but then they are also taking collateral damage by attacking the recent UK conference, for example, and all the young students who finally became brave enough to go to an event because right-wingers, young people who are politically on the centre-right, they can't really go out there and proudly shout that they are right-wing. They get destroyed, they get cancelled. So for once, they were brave enough to go to an event, and now they're being targeted by idiots. Now, this big fan Nigel thing, apparently that's too extreme for them. If that's too extreme for them, then there's absolutely no hope for people like Will Lloyd or Unheard or all these media outlets. Now, they say 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds came there, and they are radical. This is exactly what you need. Let's just say hypothetically, there are a few 18, 19-year-olds who've been, I don't know, brainwashed by dangerous blogs on the internet, right? They are now so scarily new right and nationalist. In fact, or they're just excited about politics, but they've been hearing the scary stuff, hypothetically. Them going to an event like Reason UK, where again it's attended by, for example, me and Steve Baker and Nigel Farage, it will actually help them learn more about politics. You need them to be engaged. Do you prefer them if they sit in the basement and just watch scary YouTube videos like this? You need them to actually go there. You need them to become more active rather than creating a black market forum for people on the left and right. It doesn't really matter. It's not about the spectrum. Now, they are scared of the future of the right-wing generation. They know that there's a chunk of Generation Z who are not like the millennials. They are fighting back against the system. They're fighting back against wokeism. They don't like it. They are terrified, absolutely terrified well, we have to talk about this. And I thought I have to make this video to actually discuss why a journalist who gets invited to go to an event like that, instead of actually writing an accurate representation of what he saw, decided to create a scenario, a persona in his own head that this was so scary. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Calm down, Will Light, and calm down, Unheard. Now we're going to come back in half an hour. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.